Today, we're going to walk you through on how to make a traditional New Haven clam pizza. It's a white pizza. Clams soak for 10 to 20 minutes in just tap water. Traditional New Haven clam pie does not use mozzarella cheese. Instead, we use Romano, and this happens to be already shredded. Or you can buy fresh and shred it yourself.
You saw my reaction to it. I jumped.
There we go. I'm starting to get a little quicker at it.
He is. I mean, he's not kidding about
It's been a while.
He's gotten all of them on the first try.
I used to
since he was like struggling.
when I was 14 and I was at Morrison's, I shucked clams till my fingers were pruned. They came in these big 5-gallon buckets.
When I was 14, I dove until my fingers were pruned.
And this is a pound of clams.
That's a pound of clams? Yeah. Why are you screaming?
Yeah.
There were like 10 of them.
Yeah.
I didn't know how many to buy. I figured we'd start with pound.
Well, like I said, if we need to go.
Ew. What are those big things that Zupardi's puts on their clam pizza?
What do you mean the big thing?
They're bigger clams than that.
Well, they shouldn't be bigger
They
clams.
were much bigger.
Well,
I remember I was not expecting like a big. It was like the size of
Well, so the best way to make the pizza is on a barbecue grill. Truthfully, it really does come out awesome. If you're making New Haven pizzas and you're in New Haven, they use a lot of coal-fired grills, and Zupardi's uses a gas-fired grill. But today, we're going to be using lump hardwood, and believe me, this could get really hot in our cooker. And we're using a Primo grill, but you could use probably any ceramic Kamado, or we've made pizzas in the Weber kettle. It's a little bit more challenging, but to get the temperature up high. But you certainly could get this Primo. I mean, we've gotten it up to 600 degrees pretty easily. For the traditional coal-fired pizza, that runs around 1100 degrees. So maybe not exactly the same, but for our purposes, it's going to be pretty close. So the way I set up this grill, just put the regular grill grates on, and I put them in the up position, not the inverted. Then I take the deflector plates, and I put the deflector plates on the top of the ceramic grates. And I do use both of them. And then on top of this will go the pizza stone. I tend to let this cook for about an hour to get everything very hot. 450, 550 is about the range I shoot for. And then on top of the deflector plates goes the pizza stone. If you use a screen, don't push down on it because it's going to be a bit harder to get off when it's cooked.
That's what happens to the stromboli, right? It cooked on the bottom.
Right. Now, the classic New Haven clam pie is a white pie. So the first thing we want to do is start off with a base of olive oil. That is what we're going to put on right now, olive oil. I'm heavy-handed when it comes to the olive oil.
Because it's good.
Because it's very good. So the more the better. Okay, put on a fair amount of Romano cheese. And I like it cheesy. Some people went with what, 6 or 5. And this is fresh garlic. Now, in the past, we've sauteed it, which was pretty good, but we're going to do what the recipe calls for and sprinkle on a generous amount of fresh garlic. We bought a pound of Little Necks, which is the traditional way that Pepe's and Zupardi's, that's the traditional clam they use. So I opened up a can of clams just to make it, because I like it clammy. Now the trick here, guys, is that you want to use clam juice. Not so much to make it wet, but don't shy away from it. It's a tablespoon or two of clam juice. So if you use a can, don't drain off all the liquid. And the last ingredient is oregano, dry oregano. Now it's time to put it on the grill. So what I find works best is that the grill should be a bit over 500, which it's 524. I'm going to open it up now. And with gloves, of course, put this on the pizza stone. What we find works best is that around 7 or 8 minutes, at about 480, 520 Fahrenheit. So I do set my timer, so if you go a little too long, what ends up happening is the bottom gets burnt, which no one in my family likes. Okay, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes, and it's time to rotate the pie. We're almost done. Now the one thing with this pie is it's not going to look as burnt as a traditional New Haven coal fire pie. And if they are cooking it at 1100 degrees, you're not going to get the same amount of char, but that's fine because when you're cooking it in a Kamado style grill, it's hard to get the top done. It's easier to get the bottom cooked before the top of the pie. And this is what it looks like. Okay, a classic New Haven pie.
That seems fun. Ben was like, well. And that was so mean, Ben sitting out.
See?
She's on a second bottle of wine, so.
Really? They both drink half of each bottle.
So she's drinking a whole bottle.
Drinking?
Drinking.
Are you drunk?
10 out of 10.